Greetings my freaks, Techno-Odin here, continuing the character breakdowns for Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. This time, we live to make the impossible possible. With lightning. Wait. Now before we get into things, I will not be comparing her to the way she was before her rework, as I didn't pick her up until after the rework was in effect. So as far as I'm concerned, reworked lightning has always been lightning. If you get my meaning. We good? Good. Cue lightning!
Let's show the other team what we're made of.
An assassin, lightning strikes her foes by mixing long and close ranged attacks on the fly, to either add great pressure or great damage. This is done through her unique mechanic based on the class system from her game of origin, Final Fantasy XIII, the Paradigm Shift. Like in FF13 and the PSP Dissidia, Lightning is able to change her role from the close-range physical Commando to the long-range magic-wielding Ravager. This changes her attacks similar to Cecil and Onion Knight's job system, but is executed the same way as Xdeath's form change, by pressing the L3 button. This freedom to change does come at a cost of her backwards BP attacks, but allows her to put opponents under sheer pressure while also allowing her to self-set up in a similar fashion to Kane. BP attacks are as follows. Starting with Commando, her neutral ground launch is a 3-input attack starting with lightning slashing twice in quick succession, followed by an upward slash lifting the opponent into the air, before one final upward slash for a wall rush. Like all neutrals, it's got a fast startup and, similar to Ziddane's Rumble Rush, allows for team setups if dropped before the final input. Her forward ground Blitz is a 2-input move that acts like a weaker version of Garland's neutral ground, where lightning spins with her saber before one last strike, knocking the opponent away for a wall rush. It covers an okay distance and has good poise frames along with a wide hitbox, not much else to say. Her neutral Smite is another 3-input attack which has lightning perform 3 simple slashes, knocking the opponent away for the wall rush. This is mainly your high damaging ender. Her forward heavy slash is another 2-input attack and is somewhat the opposite of Blitz. This has lightning perform a single slash before performing a whirling slash, sending the opponent flying for the wall rush. Now a dash attack is beat down, where lightning lunges at her opponent to deliver a quick lethal stab. What it lacks in range, it makes up for in tracking and its ability to combo into any other previously mentioned BP attacks. Like with most dash attacks, use it to catch away with strafe or intercepting dashes. Now I know there's not much to go on in detail, but Commando isn't really tech heavy, it's pretty straightforward. Ravager is where things get interesting, and we start here with her neutral ground, Fire, which is a 3-input attack where lightning will summon up to 3 low priority fireballs that hang for a moment, then proceeds to hunt their target down. Max range is the line between zones 3 and 4 on the radar, but if you want all 3 to land, then we're best to say center of zone 3. This move can act as both a defensive and offensive attack, allowing you to ease the pressure from the opponent while also applying pressure to said opponents. Use fire when in a good spot, then loosely follow your fireballs tracking to your target, switching to Commando while dashing. Then if they get hit by the fireball barrage, use beatdown into your BP ender, or if they block, go for a HP attack. Her forward ground Waterer has lightning shoot out a single small orb of water, similar to enraged Shintoto's water in size. Max range is on the line between zones 3 and 4, and it's safe to establish that her ground attacks are her longest ranged BP attacks. Sadly, it's probably her least used attack, which happens to be her highest priority projectile at a mid. I tried to use it during the neutral game, but it's a single orb that will either cancel out the first projectile of 4 or 5 against most marksmen, or will be eaten by a high priority. Seriously, don't trade this with marksmen, just stick to annoying the assassins and specialists. Her neutral Aroa is another low priority projectile that acts similar to Kane's full charged arrow, where on hit it will deal multiple strikes before popping the opponent up into the air. Max distance is the center of Zone 3 on the radar and is one of your main attacks, as it adds so much to your game. Like with Kane, this allows for self setups and bigger damage numbers. Connecting this near a wall, dash shifting to Commando into your BP Ender for the wall rush, shifting back to Ravager for another arrow before dash shifting back to Commando BP attack Ender is actually enough BP to incap the next opponent, so if they don't get wall rushed for a second time, you can time their recovery for the HP attack. Bye bye opponent. Her forward Blizzara is a somewhat trap-like move where lightning creates a vortex of icy wind on a line between zones 2 and 3 of your radar and draws anyone from the center of zone 3 towards it. However, it only lasts for about 2 to 3 seconds, so it's not an extreme map control move. This move is best used when you're above your opponent and on those slow or static attackers. Once it connects, it will pop the opponent up similar to Aurora, meaning if you manually dash to where your opponent is, you'll be at a great enough height to switch to Commando and continue with a combo, or use this move to just set up teammates. Her dash attack is Thundaga. Trust Lightning to be saving all her MP for one of the strongest Thunder spells. This move is similar to that of Vaughn's Thunder spell, only with much less range. We're talking just into Zone 3. Not exactly Zone 3, but just in there. In fairness, there's not much to say. It hits hard and acts as a good keep away tool. Use it as a good close range poke. For HP attacks, we start with Crushing Blow, a mid-range attack borrowed from her Eidolon, Odin. With this move, Lightning uses Odin's Zantetskin in dual blade mode to strike the opponent down. It has quite a decent range for an assassin one-hit HP attack. Basically, if any part of that blue targeting circle around your opponent's dot is touching the line between zones 1 and 2 on your radar, it's a hit. While that doesn't seem like much, for a close-range character, that's a lot. Couple that with its wide hitbox, that's not a bad attack, albeit a bit vertically challenged. Her second HP attack, Razor Gale, taken from her and Odin's Gestalt mode in Final Fantasy XIII, is a long-range projectile that has Lightning swing Zantetskin to create a Destructo disc that chases the opponent till the bitter end. It's got great range, sitting comfortably as top range attack for her on the line between zone 4 and the outer zone on your radar. It's got decent speed, and being a HP priority projectile, say that 10 times fast, only gets cancelled out by other HP priority projectiles, such as most marksman HP attacks or projectile debuff EX skills. There's a mouthful. So take advantage of that by using it as cover to get in. Her third HP attack, Lightning Strike, another Gestalt attack, is a 2-hit HP attack a la Force Symphony, only with a much larger hitbox. This is Lightning use Zanteskin to create a web of lightning to trap her opponent, dealing BB damage, then finishing off by summoning a lightning bolt for the HP damage. This move is extremely fast, has decent range for a 2-hit HP attack, and has a lot of multi-incap potential. Use this after Aurora or Blizzara for some self-setup HP combos. Her fourth attack is Thunderfall, her penultimate Gestalt attack. This is a search-style HP attack closest to the likes of Kuja's Ultima, and as I stated in my Zidane video, how Shift Break should bloody work. The main nugget of info I can give about this move is that Lightning can move while casting, which is good as it takes her from being a sitting duck to just a regular old duck. Still probably gonna eat that bullet, but at least you tried to get away. As for which is better, it's Lightning Strike hands down, with Ravager Gale coming in second. Lightning Strike is an anomaly among HP attacks. When you have something that has great verticality, great speed, and probably the best range of a 2-hit HP attack that isn't suspect like Retribution, you know you got a must-use move. This move is so fast it can combo off your Ravager openers, leading to some huge HP combos. Ravager Gale, as stated, is a decent long-range attack, and when used as cover gives Lightning a great get into it. Its only drawback is it's kind of easy to get past with enough experience. Both Crushing Blow and Thunderfall are in the same place for me, as both can easily be dodged and both can easily be punished. Though Thunderfall is a little too easy to punish in my opinion. Her unique EX skill Army of One sits on a fair for what it does 60-second cooldown and is a high damage flurry attack combo similar to Tidus's quick hit and based on her limit break in Final Fantasy 13 of the same name. It's got okay tracking, decent startup, and like I said, does a decent base 656 BP damage, while keeping the opponent on the spot. But just hold on to that 1000 HP damage, Timmy, cause just like Tidus, Lightning has an added boon on this attack, that really you should resist interrupting it. This move heals Lightning for a set 656 HP, meaning even if you buff Lightning's damage, Army of One will only heal for that base 656 damage, which is still good, and if you add a HP regen onto that, that's around 1656 HP gained back. Speaking of which, for general EX skills outside of copying and pasting every assassin EX skill set possible, I personally like to go for the Ballsy Medic. This is HP regen and sure HP. We already know about these moves, but the difference here compared with anyone I have suggested sure HP to is that Lightning can gain that HP back pretty well. Hell, I'd say this EX skill build works well on any self-sustained character, sharing that third of your HP to your teammates, popping HP regen, and landing that Army of One will keep you all in the fight longer. And trust me, that can only be good. As for team comp, I was actually thinking of something really kind of tanky, drawing the fight out as long as possible. So why not pair Lightning with both Virion and Y'shtola? Lightning's medic setup allows her to heal everyone for a good chunk if in danger, while both Virion and Y'shtola are able to heal the whole team via Virion's Blood Weapons EX skill and Y'shtola's Vivifying Lance, soon to be Pulse of Life, making you really hard to deal with. Overall, Lightning is probably one of the most tricky characters I've picked up. Switching movesets on the fly can lead to some panic switching and getting timing of combos down in a peer-to-peer online system is like pulling teeth. But when you stick with it, she can add so much pressure to someone that they have no choice but to run, because blocking could still lead to a Lightning HP setup. And hell, her combo potential is on there with Kain, if not greater. All I can say is practice, 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 and once you've got them shift combos down, you'll truly be able to carve out a new fate.
If you don't work as a team, you're nothing.
Okay, that's it for today's breakdown. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell thingy, and share this video. Also, if you have any tips and tricks you found out yourself, please share them in the comments section below. And finally, tune in next time where we have a cure for what we wish for with Y'shtola. But until that day, this has been Techno Odin. Take care.